Welcome to I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom from Dollar Shave Club, where we explain something very complicated in mere minutes to occupy your brain while you shave. In this edition, we'll be answering the question, why do we find bugs so disgusting? As explained by someone who sounds smart because he's British.
We've talked before in the show about how our fear of spiders is an evolutionary trait. The early humans that got too close to deadly spiders tended not to live long enough to pass on their genes. But it's not just venomous insects most people find themselves shuddering at. It's all of them, even the completely harmless ones. So, what is it about our six-legged friends that we find so repulsive?
Is it the fact that they are grotesque abominations from a specially created hell dimension?
In part, yes. The fact that bugs look so completely alien to us is a huge part of why we find them so creepy. Think about it. As a species, we tend to go gooey over the young of most other animals, from cooing over big-eyed puppies to squealing at chubby little baby hippos. But when it comes to bugs, they're so incredibly different from us, what with having their skeletons on the outside, for example, that we just can't relate to them. And what we can't relate to, we find disturbing.
There's also the fact they're small enough to crawl into my mouth when I'm asleep. I think that's a pretty big check in the minus column.
This is certainly a reason people fear bugs. It's mostly a completely unfounded fear, though. As we've discussed before, despite the urban legend, the last thing a spider would ever want to do is crawl into your mouth while you're asleep. But that said, it can happen. A single hospital in South Africa reported pulling a total of 24 different bugs out of people's ears over the course of just 2 years. 10 cockroaches, 8 flies, 3 beetles, 1 tick, 1 assassin bug, and 1 very messed up moth.
There were cockroaches inside people's ears? Why?
Apparently, roaches may mistake the scent of fatty acids that emanates from your earwax for the smell of meat, and wander in looking for a snack before getting stuck. Flies, too, can crawl into virtually any orifice and lay eggs, resulting in, say, a nostril full of maggots. But again, this is very, very rare.
I've ended several of these shows by saying I'm going to go and pour bleach into my ears, but tonight I think I actually will.
Well, that'll do a lot more harm than a cockroach, just for the record. Anyway, another reason we tend to dislike bugs is that we associate them with all the stuff we don't normally like to think about. Garbage, poop, our own mortality, etc. Because we think of insects as critters that crawl in trash or buzz around a dead body, when we see them, our brains are automatically reminded of everything we regard as negative about life.
There's also the fact that bugs are dumb and I hate them.
Actually, no. Bugs are smart and you hate them. One of the most unsettling aspects of insects is that they operate on a completely different level to us. A fly is so hard to squash because it moves faster, thinks quicker, sees more, and is generally better equipped to deal with life than you are. Knowing how good they are at surviving your best efforts to kill them is a big part of what makes them so unnerving.
Oh, they think they're so smart, but I bet they can't touch me if I spray this entire can of bug poison into my mouth.
Tune in next time for more I Learned a Thing in the Bathroom. And in the meantime, head to dollarshaveclub.com for more podcasts and a big old pile of grooming products.